I want to get your thoughts on this rematch with Andy and Joshua coming up. Do we see a Joshua that makes it more difficult on Andy, and it's a completely different fight than the first one?
I think Joshua kind of makes it a little bit overall, style-wise, talent-wise. Joshua's the better fighter. And that's no disrespect to Andrew Ruiz. I always thought Andrew Ruiz was a good fighter, but as a Olympic gold medalist, and all the gold medalists that we have had in the history of boxing have always been that elite of a fighter. And with that being said, I think he has meaning. No, Joshua would be better. Yeah, I think he would be better. I think he would be. He will have learned his mistakes, and I think he'd come better. So.
I know there was a lot of criticism about him not changing things up with his trainer and all that, and all these other trainers are like, "Oh, he's doing this wrong, that wrong, this wrong." What'd you make of all that? And when a fighter suffers a loss, do you think it's a good thing to change up everything like that?
You know, if a fighter lose and they change trainers, that means there was a problem with the trainer before that fight or the previous fight. They already had some type of bickering going on. They don't just lose and say, okay, get somebody else. They don't do that. It don't just happen like that. For a fighter to change a long-term trainer, it's something in him that have to be hurt, broke, or sad, or he did something to make me say he don't believe in me no more, and I gotta go. That's the intimate relationship a fighter and a trainer must have. If a fighter feels, I don't care if their trainers suck, if that man feels that this coach believes in him, he'll stick with him. He will go to the moon and back with this one guy. But it's when incompetence come and the guys either the fighter feel that this man don't believe in me no more. I don't see the spark that he believes in me no more, so I gotta go. Usually something like that happens.
It's an interesting insight on that. Gets me thinking about why other fighters have left certain trainers at certain points of their career.
You have to look at the whole thing of it, because you got to understand, when a fighter and a trainer is together, they going into a foxhole together. They going to say, we going in this thing, win, lose, or draw. Whether we go live together, we go die together. That's the mentality a trainer and a fighter have. So if I don't trust you, and I feel that you gonna have my best interest at heart, I don't care what we did before this, I gotta go. I'm sorry, we always will be friends, but I gotta go. That's how majority of fighters look at the trainer. That's how intimate that relationship is. That's why you see, if you go back and look at the majority of fighters and trainers, and you talk to the fighter or you talk to the trainer always say, oh, he was like family. That's what they all say, because that intimacy grows during the training process. The training process is the intimacy. That grows the longer they stay together. And they create a bond together. So for a fighter to have to break that bond, it's hurtful. It first hurts the fighter. Ain't no fighter just looking for a trainer and say, okay, I'm gonna get him, I'm leaving him. No, they don't do that. They look for camaraderie, they look for growth, they look for something they can have. And they can just hold with them. This is my trainer. We're going through everything together. So for someone to leave, you gotta ask the fighter, did they do something wrong? Most fighters leave trainers because they say, I don't know. Nowadays, fighters say, well, I don't know why I left. I just had to go. But usually if something happened, why a fighter may have left or may not. But the intimacy with the fighter and trainer, is very important.
On a final note on that topic of this Ruiz-Joshua fight, are you picking then, you feel Joshua to beat Ruiz or?
I think Joshua should beat him. Honestly, I think Joshua should beat him. Given the fact that the skill set, the talent that he have, he's bigger, he's longer, he should beat him. But again, That's no disrespect to Andy Ruiz. I always thought Andy Ruiz was a good fighter. But we going talent versus talent. Joshua's the more talented. He's the gold medalist. He's the most talented of the two, you know. But Andy Ruiz is always going to be a hard guy to fight and a hard guy to win against.
You talked to Wladimir at all?
Talked to him about a week or 2 weeks ago.
How was it?
He's great. Yeah, he's great.
You mentioned he's getting the itch at all? I know people want to see him back.
Talked about it a lot. All I can say is anything's possible.
Wait. Now you got me thinking. Anything's possible. So it's on his mind?
That's all I'm allowed to say. Yeah.